All right. Hello, everyone. This is Gus Gatlin here with Marie Denon. And we are at the ConCourse Community Learning Garden, and she's going to teach us a little bit about our garden, what we can observe here.
Hello everyone! I work for Big Green. We are the organization that built this garden. I am in the learning garden right now. There's a lot of fall crops growing in the garden. We have some fava beans over here, and all throughout the garden there is radishes and lettuce, some turnips, spinach, and some other stuff we'll get to farther down there. But yeah, this garden is growing a lot of food for folks who want to eat some fall crops.
So, Marie, what may be some of the most interesting plants that the community garden is growing here?
So I'd say right now the most interesting plant would be the fava beans over here. They have grown the fastest. They have really interesting, when any beans or peas grow, they have a really interesting plant structures. They send up a lot of different leaves and flowers, and you'll notice there is something to observe. There are some aphids. Tilt it down a little more. There are some aphids. Tilt it down. Tilt it, yeah. There are some aphids in this plant. So aphids are a common insect to end up on our on green things in the fall. They're not the best for the plant. Probably can spray some insecticidal soap on these, something that's not too harmful for the environment, or the plant. But if you're out in a garden, any garden, you could be in your backyard. You could be looking at a house plant inside your home. Insects are definitely things that you can observe. So you might want to look under the leaves for eggs, or sometimes insects like to hang out underneath the leaves. If you are in a garden, this garden or another garden over the weekend, you might see butterflies or bees or moths or flies. Those are all really important flying insects that actually help the plants pollinate. So you might be able to observe some of those.
So, let's take a walk for a second, and can you tell us a little bit about how we may identify a fruit or vegetable that grows underground versus something that goes above ground?
So in this garden, we have both fruits and vegetables. There are some things that we call vegetables, but they're technically fruits. And some examples of those actually would be the fava bean that we were looking at over there in the garden. So the bean is actually a fruit because the seeds live inside the plant. So in a pea or in a bean, the seeds live inside, and so that makes it a fruit. Right now, what we see in the garden are, so here's an example of something that is a vegetable, an onion. An onion, we actually consider a stem. So the onion grows underground, and this would be considered a stem. What do we have over here? Over here, we have some cilantro. So this is an herb garden. There's some cilantro. There's some mint right here. Just tilt it like this way. Yeah, farther. Yeah, there's mint right here. There's rosemary. And there is some parsley growing over here. So all of these herbs should grow for a lot of the winter if it doesn't get too cold, and people can enjoy them. The root vegetables are over here. So we have some, where are they? I think they're over here. Oh wait, they're behind you. I'm sorry.
They're fine.
These are all the greens. This is lettuce and spinach. The root, so here's radish. So these radishes, they're not ready to harvest yet, but the roots grow underground, and the beets also grow underground. So these will take a little while. Beets take a long time to grow. But yeah, they do really well in the winter.
All right, thank you so much. And for our scholars who are using the iNaturalist app, don't forget to make sure that you have clicked the cultivated when you make an observation, so that the app can tell the difference that this is not a wild species, this is a cultivated species, just to get a more accurate prediction when you're going through the app. But other than that, thank you so much for joining us in our BioBlitz this time, sponsored by Nike, of course. And thank you all for using the app and joining us this time. Signing off. Thank you so much.